Hello again on Cowboy Insiders. Today, George Pickens Jerry Jones finally announced by a Dallas Cowboy. A Dallas Cowboy finally announced three key players in the team. The Dallas Cowboys are once again at the center of NFL spotlight under the aggressive leadership of the owner and general manager Jerry Jones. The franchise is actively exploring major roster upgrades. After falling short of Super Bowl expectations in a recent season, the Cowboys are reportedly prepared to make a bold financial commitment and blockbuster trade to return to a championship. Jerry Jones had made it clear Dallas is not rebuilding, they are reloading. Let's break down the key names linked for the Cowboys. George Pickens have emerged as one of the most dynamic and physical receivers in a league, known for his elite body control, contested catch ability, and deep ball threat. Pickens developed into a true in a pitbull. The Cowboys have been searching for a reliable, explosive complement to CD Lamb. Pickens fit that role perfectly and very perfectly. His ability to stretch a field vertically would open up the entire Dallas offense. So for the contract situation for George Pickens, if a Dallas were to acquire and to extend George Pickens' contract, the financial commitment could look like estimated extension. The money for extending his contract will be 22 up to 28 millions US dollar per year. For the total project deal, which will be 4 years, will be 90 US dollar up to 110 million US dollar. So for the granted money that will be given to George Pickens will be 65 millions per 4 years. That would place him among the highest paid receiver in NFL. George Pickens, if he extends his contract in the Dallas Cowboys, will be a higher paid receiver in the NFL. Jerry Jones understands that elite wide receivers are expensive, but he also knows you can't win modern NFL games without Jerry Jones. The second player that have been announced by a Dallas Cowboy is Maxx Crosby, a defensive superstar. His current team is Las Vegas Raiders and position is defensive end. Maxx Crosby is 20 years old and is one of the most feared pass rusher in the football. Relentless, high motor, and incredible productive, Crosby consistently rank among the league leader in sacks, quarterback pressure, and tackles for a loss. Crosby signed a massive extension with Raiders of approximately in 3 years was 106 million US dollar and around 35 millions per year in Raiders. This makes him one of the highest paid non-quarterfinal in NFL. If the Cowboys pursue Crosby in a trade, that means Dallas will be committing over 30 million per person in a cap space to one defensive player. However, a pairing Crosby and with Micah Parsons would instantly create the most dangerous pass rushing duo in NFL. Jerry Jones have never been afraid of being a defensive investment. And Dallas Cowboy is still focusing on Jerry Jones, the architect aggression. Jerry Jones remains one of the most aggressive and hands-on owner in a professional sport. He believes a championship window are short, and when you have elite talent, You push all your chips in. His strategy typically, which include a trading draft pick for proven star, a backloading contract to manage cap space, using a restructure to create financial flexibility, targeting high-impact skills position. Jones known the fan base expect a result. The Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since 1995 season. The pressure is immense. Dallas Cowboys have very big pressure due to lack of winning a Super Bowl from since 1995. And Dallas Cowboys have other potential targets linked to a Dallas. While a Crosby and Pickens are headline names, a Dallas have also been connected to other high-profile players across the league. Offensive line help. Dallas may target veteran offensive linemen in free agents. Estimated deal between 8 up to 15 million per year depending on position. And running back upgrade with uncertainty at running back. Dallas could pursue a power back or duo or fifth option market value. Financial discipline also played a central role in a Dallas approach. Rather than overcommitting caps space to short-term solution, the Cowboys structured contract to preserve a future flexibility, manage a dead money risk, and maintain a healthy salary cap outlook of the players. This allowed the front office to retain a core players, extend key contributors, and continue building through the draft without sacrificing a long-term stability. Departures were an inevitable part of the process. Some players left due to a cap constraint, scheme changes, or performance consideration, while those exit were difficult. They created opportunities for a younger player to step into expanded role and for a new additional to establish themselves. Roster turnover is a natural part of NFL team building, and successful franchises use it to a tool for evaluation rather than a disruption. From a competition standpoint, the Cowboys transfer signal a shift from a potential to performance. In a recent season, a Dallas Cowboys have possessed a talent but struggled with a consistent late-game execution and postseason resilience. This year's roster construction focuses on situation football, emphasizing third down efficiency, red zone execution, turnover margin, and time of possession. These are metrics that consistently separate championship teams from our playoff participants. The fanbase has responded with a cautious optimism. Supporters recognize that off-season success do not guarantee a post-season result, but they also see a roster that is a deeper, faster, and more balanced than in previous years. The combination of improved pass protection, expanded receiving option, stronger defensive pressure, and enhanced secondary plays creates a more complete team profile. So, looking ahead for the Cowboys or Dallas Cowboys' ultimate goal is not just to win division, but is to sustain a playoff success and contend for a Super Bowl for next year. Transfers alone cannot achieve these outcomes, but they can establish a foundation. Execution, health, coaching adjustment, and player development will ultimately determine how far the team goes. However, the current roster reflects a franchise that is aligned in vision. disciplined in strategy and committed to winning at the highest level. For a Cowboy Dallas conclusion about the transfer, the Dallas Cowboy transfer activity represents a comprehensive and well-calculated approach to some players on different teams. By strengthening the offensive line, expanding the passing game, improving the pass rush, reinforcing the secondary, and maintaining a financial flexibility, Dallas has positioned itself important defensive metrics or techniques as consistent disruption forces quarterback into a quick decision, inaccurate throw, and turnover. Dallas added edge rushes and interior defensive linemen who can win the points of attack, collapse the pocket, and create one-on-one opportunities. A stronger front seven also improves a run defense by controlling gaps and maintaining leverage at the line of scrimmage. The second received significant upgrades to improve a coverage integrity and reduce explosive plays. The Dallas Cowboys focused on defensive back with a strong man-to-man skills, zone awareness, and ball hawking instinct. These additions allow the defensive to disguise a coverage, rotate safeties, post-snap and mix blitz packages with a coverage shells more effectively, improved communication and depth in the defensive backfield, strengthened red zone defense, and third down efficiency to critical areas for winning cross game on Dallas a Cowboy. Depth and rotational strength were major themes throughout the transfer period. The NFL decision is a long and physically demanding, and teams that succeed in December and January usually have strong second units. Dallas Cowboy added a versatile players who can contribute on a special team, which provide a relief in high snap position and step into starting roles when injury occurs. This depth reduces a drop-off a performance and allow the coaching staff to maintain a high intensity throughout a season. From a leadership standpoint, the Cowboys prioritized veterans with a playoff experience and high football IQ. These players help to stabilize the locker room, mentor young teammates, those players who are still young, and reinforce accountability standard in a team. In high-pressure moments in a Dallas Cowboy, a leadership presence can be the difference between a composure and collapse by balancing youth development with a veteran, which influence a Dallas to strengthen its team culture and competitive mindset. Strategically, the Cowboys